Haboob blanketing the valley and surrounding areas during the monsoon season, and weather experts now predicting the dust storms could get even worse, more frequent in the next few years as well, of course impacting lives and travel and our health.
Now, only on ABC 15, investigator Melissa Blasius reveals this new weather risk is a consequence of a political deal to save water.
Just last month, 7 states signed the Colorado River Drought Contingency Plan. The plan keeps water flowing to our homes and businesses even in the next drought.
Drastically needed.
But one group got the short end of the hose, Pinal County farmers south of the valley.
We grow alfalfa, cotton, corn, grains. We're actually getting in the rose business this fall.
To help all of Arizona, they agreed to trade canals full of Colorado River water for money to dig more wells. The deal leaves the farmers with less water overall.
We will start losing water in 3 years. Once we hit that, we still will have to fallow some fields, maybe about 30%.
If we go to zero surface water, it would be pretty drastic, probably over 50% of our farmland. It's going to be a very difficult transition.
As farmers contemplate how many more acres they'll leave fallow in this part of the state, there's growing concern that all of this bare dirt could impact the environment and public health, both in Pinal and Maricopa counties.
Where you don't see green on this map is all the dust generation area.
Mark O'Malley is the expert on drought and climate at the National Weather Service in Phoenix.
The biggest dust storms that Phoenix sees comes from thunderstorms that are generated around the Tucson area. The boundaries move across Pinal County, pick up all the dust from those open fields, and that's what's spread into Phoenix and creates all the big dust storms that we see every summer.
These haboobs look big and bad, but O'Malley predicts the dust storms will only get worse and more frequent if the fields are left unplanted.
The planted fields and a lot of the deserts with the natural vegetation can hold the soil down even in some of the stronger winds. But if you have an empty field and those strong winds blow across it, it can pick up a lot of dust.
Dust so thick planes can't take off or land at Sky Harbor. Drivers crash into each other, forcing I-10 closures. People with respiratory problems find it hard to breathe, and potentially deadly valley fever spores fly.
If we have bigger dust storms or more dust storms, we are concerned that the health impacts as far as the amount of people getting valley fever could increase in the future.
The Colorado River Drought Contingency Plan does not include mitigation for the dusty side effects, but a new change in property tax law specifically for agricultural land could help.
Where you would get the dust from if you were continued asked to be turning the soil, preparing the soil for seed and fertilizer that you knew you weren't going to put in there because you had no water. Well, in this case, we've told the farmer, okay, you don't have the water, you can't farm it, you don't have to do that.
And farming families are brainstorming other solutions.
There's just a lot of things we can do, from cover crops to bigger clods, etc., so we don't get the powder dust.
After all, the Pinal County farmers that got the least out of the water plan will also get the worst out of bigger, badder haboobs.
I live out here.
In Arizona City, I'm investigator Melissa Blasius, ABC 15 Arizona.
Well, according to the state, there is a level of protection to these Pinal County farmers under the Colorado River Drought Contingency Plan because it will prevent the possibility of an even worse water shortage.